And so we have evidence for the personal plurality of the Godhead in the Old Testament. Throughout the Old Testament, God himself appears. There are innumerable theophanic appearances of God throughout the Old Testament. Often when God appears, the specific designation given to him is either the angel of the Lord or the word of the Lord. Okay, numerous instances of the angel of the Lord appearing can be found in the Old Testament. Genesis 16, the angel of the Lord appeared to Hagar. The term angel is it's melach in Hebrew. It just means messenger. It doesn't mean a created being. It's a functional term. It can be used for created heavenly beings. It can be used for men, but it's a functional term indicating that this person is delivering some sort of message. And so the term can be used for God, it can be used for angels, it can be used for men. But when the specific phrase, the angel of the Lord, it's always singular, it's always definite, it always refers to one particular individual, the angel of the Lord. When that figure appears, he's always identified as a divine person and he receives divine worship. So I mentioned Genesis 16. In Genesis 16, verse 13, at the conclusion of the account, it says, she gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. You are God who sees me. So Hagar recognizes that the one she encountered, called the angel of the Lord, is a divine theophany. It's an appearance of God. And she even names the place Be'er Lachai Roi, which means the well of the living one. Okay, so that's how she commemorates the event. But don't miss that it's not just Hagar there who identifies her visitor as God. Moses quotes Hagar saying, you are the God who sees me, but he prefaces her words with this. She gave this name to the Lord. You are God who sees me. So Moses, not just Hagar, Moses identifies the one that appeared to Hagar as the Lord. So there are instances when divine appearances are further denominated as appearances of the angel of the Lord. The angel of the Lord is at once identified as God and distinguished from God. And so we have evidence for the personal plurality of the Godhead in the Old Testament. In fact, even in Genesis 16, while the angel of the Lord speaks as God and is responded to by Hagar as God and identified as God by Moses, the angel of the Lord also speaks about the Lord. He tells Hagar, among other things, he tells her, I'm going to multiply his descendants. But he also says, the Lord has given heed to your affliction. So the angel of the Lord, who is Lord, identifies another person as Lord. Okay? And this sort of thing just happens over and over and over again in the Old Testament.